Goosebumps, your skin's panic button. You're cold. Or you're scared. Or maybe you just heard that one creepy violin sound in a horror movie trailer. Suddenly, your skin is like, activate porcupine mode, and up pop the goosebumps. Seems harmless, right? A cute little shiver response? Nope. It's actually a leftover panic setting from when your ancestors were basically nervous squirrels with spears. Goosebumps are your body's sad little attempt to look bigger and scarier, a survival feature for when we had fur. Like full-on fuzzy mammalian insulation. The tiny muscles at the base of each hair follicle contract to puff up your imaginary coat. That would have helped if you were, say, a terrified caveman trying to scare off a saber-toothed tiger. But you're just standing in line at Starbucks looking like your skin is glitching. And here's the kicker, your brain still thinks this tactic might work. Like, hey, maybe if I make the skin lumpy enough, the danger will go away. Yeah, good luck with that, Steve from accounting. Oh, and it also happens during emotional moments like music, nostalgia, or near-death experiences because your brain sometimes confuses vibes for literal danger. Imagine crying at a Pixar movie and your skin's like battle stations. Basically, goosebumps are your body's way of saying, we used to be majestic beasts. Now we're just embarrassed apes with Spotify accounts. Wisdom teeth, nature's little time bombs. Let's talk about wisdom teeth. Those ticking dental grenades buried in the back of your jaw. Just waiting to ruin your 20s. You probably got them removed. Or you will. Or they're currently staging a hostile takeover of your face. Either way, they serve absolutely no purpose. Back in the good old days, like, let's hunt a mammoth with a rock days. Humans had giant jaws and ate raw, chewy plants and meat. No blenders. No dental floss. Just crunchy, bark-textured snacks. So evolution gifted us an extra set of molars to help grind all that prehistoric trail mix. But then, agriculture happened. Cooked food, softer diets, modern utensils, and slowly human jaws shrank. But here's the problem. The teeth forgot to downsize. So now you've got these 4 medieval monsters trying to cram into your overcrowded jaw like drunk wedding crashers at a table for 2. Oh, and the real fun? They almost always come in wrong. Crooked, sideways, upside down. It's like your mouth tried to install IKEA furniture without instructions. So now millions of people every year get surgery just to remove a body part that has zero function and maximum drama. Imagine if your appendix tried to physically punch its way out. That's wisdom teeth. Basically, evolution gave us dental DLC we didn't ask for and can't uninstall. The tailbone, your useless little nub. Ever fallen straight on your butt and felt pain shoot through your soul? Congratulations, you just got reacquainted with your coccyx, aka your tailbone. A stiff little triangle of shame lodged at the bottom of your spine. And yes, it used to be a tail. Like, an actual tail. For balance, swatting bugs, and looking majestic while running through a forest naked. But now it's just there to get bruised when you fall down the stairs while holding a plate of tacos. Somewhere along the evolutionary line, we stood upright, lost our tails, and the coccyx just kind of stuck around, like a weird biological souvenir. It does technically anchor a few muscles and ligaments, but let's be honest, so does chewing gum if you really try. What's worse is that, despite being nearly useless, it still causes problems. People get their tailbones dislocated, infected, bruised beyond reason. There's even a horrifying thing called coccygodynia, which sounds like a medieval curse but is really just medical speak for your tailbone hurts, deal with it. So you're carrying around a stubby bone remnant from when your ancestors used to swing through trees, and the only time you notice it is when it's actively ruining your life. Thanks, evolution. Real helpful. The appendix, nature's Russian roulette. Let's be real. The appendix has been catching strays for decades. Every time a body part is up for most useless, the appendix is like, what did I do? Well, nothing. That's the problem. For the longest time, scientists thought it was just an evolutionary oopsie. A tiny worm-shaped pouch near your intestines that does literally nothing except occasionally explode like a biological firecracker. 1 minute you're vibing with some mild stomach pain, the next you're in the ER being told your body has decided to eat itself from the inside out. Classic. To be fair, recent studies do suggest it might help regulate gut bacteria or act as a safe house for good microbes. But it's still like having a bomb shelter in your house that might randomly detonate. So, not ideal. Oh, and if it does rupture, You don't just get a tummy ache, you get full-on medieval organ warfare, infection, surgery, recovery. All because of a leftover digestive tool that used to help cavemen break down bark or whatever was on the paleo menu that day. The appendix is like that one coworker who rarely shows up, never does anything useful, but when they do make an appearance, it's to start a fire and blame it on someone else. So yeah, feel free to call it vestigial, but maybe also mildly unhinged. Sneezing at the sun, your brain's dumbest shortcut. You walk outside. Sun hits your face. MBM, you launch into a full-on sneeze attack like someone just pepper sprayed your sinuses. Congratulations, you might have ACHO syndrome. Yes, that's its actual name. Up to 35% of humans experience photic sneezing, a bizarre condition where bright light triggers uncontrollable sneezing. Why? Scientists aren't 100% sure, but it likely comes down to a misfiring of nerves in your face. Basically, your optic nerve for vision and your trigeminal nerve for sneezing are sitting so close together in your skull that when one lights up, the other's like, did somebody say launch mucus missiles? It's like your brain has a shortcut key wired wrong. Now imagine, you're a caveman, running out of your cave in broad daylight, trying to hunt lunch, and suddenly you're sneezing your soul out like a hay fever maniac. Evolution didn't exactly think this one through. Worse? There's no real evolutionary benefit to this. You don't sneeze out, son. Your body just gets confused and hits the panic button. It's like your face is lagging. So next time someone sneezes in the sun, don't say, bless you. Say, your wiring is bad and you should feel weird. Hiccups, the amphibian curse. You're mid-sentence, sipping soda, or just existing peacefully, and out of nowhere, hic. You've entered the purgatory of pointless spasms. But here's the creepy twist. Hiccups are a leftover reflex from when our ancestors had gills. Yes. Fish. Amphibians. That kind of ancestor. When creatures transitioned from water to land, their breathing systems had to evolve. But part of the neural pattern for closing the glottis while trying to inhale, aka how tadpoles breathe underwater, somehow stuck around. And now it's lurking in your nervous system, ready to glitch out at any moment. Hiccups are literally your inner fish freaking out because it thinks it's about to drown. And guess what? There's no cure. Hold your breath? Drink upside down? Scare yourself? All nonsense. Because you're trying to reason with a prehistoric spasm pattern hard-coded into your brainstem like an ancient virus. It's like your body forgot it's not a frog anymore. Pruny fingers, evolution's secret grip hack. You take a long bath. Or get caught in the rain. Your fingers turn into wrinkly raisins and everyone just shrugs it off like, that's normal. But it's not. It's deeply weird. And also, secretly genius. Turns out, those prune fingers aren't your skin absorbing water. They're an active response from your nervous system. Basically, your body sees water and says, let's get better at gripping slippery things. It's like natural tread patterns on your fingertips. In wet environments, our ancestors needed to pick up slick rocks, hold wet tools, climb soaked trees, and wrinkled fingers gave them an advantage. A built-in traction system. Think of it as evolution's version of anti-slip shoes. Here's the creepy part, this doesn't happen in people with nerve damage. Which means it's not just osmosis, it's your brain pulling the strings like some damp little puppet master. So every time your hands get wrinkly in the tub, it's because your nervous system thinks you're about to go full Tarzan in a monsoon. Nice of your body to prepare even though you're just trying to relax with a bath bomb. Phantom phone vibrations, your brain inventing danger. Ever feel your phone vibrate, but it didn't? Like, you could swear it buzzed in your pocket, but there's nothing there? That's called phantom vibration syndrome, and it's your brain's modern anxiety glitch. Humans are wired for hypervigilance, especially around patterns, rhythms, and alerts that signal social connection or potential threats. Back in the day, it was the snap of a twig, a whisper in the dark, or your tribe calling your name. Now, it's the buzz of a notification. Your brain is so desperate to stay alert, to not miss anything, that it literally hallucinates stimuli. And it's not just, oops, weird nerve thing. It's a full sensory illusion driven by dopamine anticipation loops in your brain. Translation: you're addicted to the possibility that someone wants your attention, so your nervous system makes stuff up. Imagine your ancestors hearing ghost voices in the wind and thinking it was a sign from the gods. That's you. But with Instagram, we've rewired our primitive alert system to respond to likes, not lions.